Hi, this is Marco Peña reading Dr. Palumbo's update. Not that we're experiencing shorter days and changing weather patterns, cooler temperatures and winds consistently blowing out of the north and west, PCAs may begin to see an increase in winged aphids and colonies showing up on desert produce crops. Experience tells us that this is an annual occurrence. The key aphid pests found on winter produce do not oversummer here, but rather migrate into our cropping system from mountainous regions of the southern California via wind currents during the late fall. Once the aphids reach out desert valleys, they typically move from crop to crop until they find a suitable host to feed and colonize on. No need to panic if you suddenly find a few winged aphids on a lettuce plant, but it's important that you correctly identify the aphid species found on your crops. It's not uncommon to find winged aphids on lettuce or broccoli that do not colonize on the crop. An example of this would be cabbage aphid, which will colonize and infest cole crops, but not lettuce, spinach, or celery. Other examples would include aphids that colonize small grains like corn leaf aphid or alfalfa pea aphid. Because this aphid species will not colonize produce crops, it is important to be able to distinguish between them from the aphids that do colonize and require management to prevent problems at harvest, like green peach or foxglove aphid, lettuce aphid, and cabbage aphid. Proper identification can also influence our choice of insecticide, but more on that on a later update. Don't be surprised if you start finding small colonies of cowpea aphids showing up on frame, leaves, and lettuce. That is a common occurrence every fall. Not to worry, experience has shown us that although small cowpea aphid colonies may be found on lettuce, the populations generally stay low on the plant, on the frame leaves, and rarely increase to levels causing contamination issues. But you never know, so keep close watch out for these aphids found in your crops, as our weird weather this year may be more conducive to their development than normal. Bottom line, proper AFID identification is important. It can save a PCA time and money and prevent unnecessary insecticide applications. If you find an unusual aphid in your produce, don't hesitate to drop it by the Ag Center. It will get it identified for you. Just recently, we identified melon aphids that were found colonizing celery, and green peach aphid nymphs were brought in from a cabbage in Dome Valley. If you want to make fast and accurate IDs, you might use the attached publication, Aphid Identification Desert Produce Crops, that can assist you in identifying winged and wingless apterous aphids important in leafy vegetables and cool crops. Thank you.